beloved day has finally come. Our prayers have been answered. YouTube has finally fixed a problem on their platform. They fixed how we see subscriber counts. What? I'm upset. I am Pumpsquatch. Hello and welcome to not really much of an actual Thought Talk video, but more of a bit of a rant video. But up until about a minute and a half from now, it will be an informative video about what's going on with YouTube and the whole little bit that I just did a moment ago. For those of you who don't know, YouTube fixed a problem that they felt like was very big on the website lately. And that one problem is how YouTube subscribers are counted. Or rather, how they're shown. Let's go into it. Basically, what's going on is that, you know that little number that you see next to the subscribe button that says, probably like 109 right now on this channel? Maybe you could affect that and bring it up? Okay, enough of that. But honestly, that little number, if it's above 1,000, it will just round it down. So let's say you have 1,528 subscribers, it'll just say 1K. If you have 250,382 subscribers, it'll show 250K. And if you're PewDiePie and have nearly 70 million subscribers in total on one single channel, it'll say 70 million. That's it, just 70M. Now this is the norm if you're just on a random YouTube video and you see the subscribe button has that little number. This is normal. However, YouTube decided they're going to take it a step forward and make that the norm for pretty much the entire platform. This makes it extremely difficult for anyone, including the content creator themselves, to see how their own channel is doing, their own favorite or their own personal YouTube channel is doing if it's over 1,000 subscribers. At least until it hits the next tick. Until then, it's just going to be a whole wondering what's going on, wondering what number. It's basically a giant guessing game. So they're already making it extremely difficult for the YouTube content creator themselves to tell how many subscribers they have, not unless they put it on some obscure button that you have to press to find it, like they did with the YouTube Creative Stream Right Now button, which I couldn't figure out until a couple days passed, and that's only because I kept going around the website and messing with everything, and I swear I messed with half my settings, which is so complicated that, and I don't even know how I did this through the YouTube website, I set my screensaver to a come at me bro meme. But as I always try to do on the channel whenever I make these kinds of videos, I try to remain impartial and unbiased. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at all the reasons that it makes sense to do this. That throw could have been better. I'm pretty sure that all of you have at least seen, and if not seen, then at the very least heard, of those live YouTube subscriber feeds that have been going on between PewDiePie and T-Series. Not that either of them have been doing it themselves, but it's just that fans have been obsessing over it, and PewDiePie has actually been using this meme to garner a lot of subscribers. At least, that's the reason that they state. Basically what they're trying to do is they're trying to discourage people from taking in too much of that big dick juice when they get a big subscriber count and looking down on other channels for not having the same number or hitting the same kind of ratings or goals or subscribers that they do. And I can understand that. However, my problems with that come in with the rant section, so we'll get to that when we get to that. Needless to say, this has been met with somewhat negative reaction. To be fair, yeah, if you take away the ability for a YouTube channel to be able to garner, or not garner, but rather get a gauge on what is doing well on the channel or how many subscribers they have, you're gonna have some negative feedback from that. They're not gonna be too happy because, well, believe it or not, people like to know what's working so they could keep doing what's working. I digress though. They did say that it's not going to be going live until August, and they really did try to focus on that phrase a lot. They did try to focus on, it's not going on until August, it's not going live till August, it's not happening till August later this year, so that's in like 2 or 3 months. And the only reason I can find that they would actually keep saying this or keep reinstating this this one phrase is because they're going to see how the community reacts to it. And if they react negatively to it, then they won't do it. But if nobody cares, if they feel like, yeah, okay, that's fine, then yeah, they'll go through with it. But now we get to the part where the ever-loving Salt Squatch inside of me is waiting to break free and rip YouTube a new one. Well, not really rip them a new one, but more to lay everything out on the table and say why this does not make sense to me. So if you excuse me. I'm gonna need it. So before I begin and lose any capacity to think whatsoever from here on forth in the video, before I go on, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me with anything I've said or anything I'm about to say? Just let me know. Just go in and let me know, and we could have a good discussion down in the comment section down below. Thank you very much for watching. I won't be able to think very well during this whole thing because I'm going to be too busy ranting. So, why this does not work. People are competitive creatures. We feel the need to excel. We feel the need to surpass those around us as well as improve ourselves so we never fall behind. And that's just a natural thing of nature. When it comes to sports, we like it when we do better than other teams because, heck, we're doing better in comparison to them. Heck, even when we're little kids in the classroom, we like it when we get the best grade in class, or we like it when we get better grades than our peers because we compare ourselves to them. We are competitive with them. We're competing with them to be the smartest people in the class. We're competing with others around us to be better. We're competing at our jobs to get a better position in the job. We're competing for a better wage. We're competing in life. Life is a big competition, and we compare ourselves to each other all the time. That doesn't mean it's the healthiest thing to do. Honestly, if you're comparing every single bit of your life to everyone around you, you have to really cut off that attention and focus more on you and the people that are closest to you. However, when it comes to success, people are extremely competitive. Look at celebrities, look at hip-hop artists, or any artist for that matter. They're always comparing themselves. Tell me that hip-hop is not filled with people talking about how much money they make and how much more they make than other people, or how much less than other people make and how they're so big and amazing and all that. Out of all the problems that people on YouTube have been complaining about for years, this is not one of them. There's been the adpocalypse, the first one and the second one. The subscription box is incredibly broken for a lot of content creators, making it near impossible for a lot of them to get their videos to their viewers, to their subscribers. The executives at YouTube, they aren't transparent at all with anybody on their platform. In the beginning, YouTube was all about you, the viewer. It was all about you, the content creator. It was all about the community that surrounded it. And it still kind of is. But it's significantly less than what it was years ago. Nowadays, it's more of trying to appease the people who are advertising it, trying to make sure that we won't get in any hot water, or making sure that the platform won't get in any hot water, which is kind of hard to do when, you know, major newspapers kind of have it out for the content creators because it's easy clicks. It makes it easy for kind of drama, or makes it easy for news sources to get in the clicks, to get in the advertisement revenue, while making it at the expense of these content creators. The first adpocalypse was with PewDiePie and how he made a joke that was taken way out of context and that was used against him, and it blew up into this whole thing that it wasn't his fault. It wasn't the fault of anybody on YouTube, but it was the major news source that, well, should not be trusted, clearly, because what they essentially did is they said that YouTube is filled with all these anti-Semitic people, that it's just hate speech and all that, and companies like Pepsi started pulling out their advertisements from content creators, and it just, why? That's when the whole demonetized thing started really becoming huge. I'm pretty sure it was a thing before then, but even if it wasn't, it's a huge thing now, and it's not going away anytime soon. What really sucks that a lot of people bring up as a really good point is that these companies like Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Reeboks, they're okay showing their products alongside movies like 300 or Men in Black or whatever, but if it comes to showing it alongside a violent video game, they will pull out their advertisement faster than I can stutter. It's gotten to the point where even saying a single curse word can be enough to get your whole YouTube video demonetized, and in some cases, doing it multiple times over across videos can get you in some serious hot water for your entire channel. Oh, I almost forgot the copyright claim system. Oh boy, the copyright claim system is incredibly broken. It's been broken for years, it's always been broken, and it still is broken. It's a serious problem that needs to be addressed. The person that creates the copyright claim has total and absolute power over the judgment of what happens. Let's say you made a YouTube video. It's about a 20-minute YouTube video, and it took 5 hours of writing, recording, and editing to put together. And a random company that you've never heard of before decides they're going to come along and they're going to claim that video. They're going to take all the money that would be made by that video and pocket it themselves. Pocket it themselves. However, you have the option to dispute that claim. You are not powerless, unless they decide that your dispute is not legitimate, in which case you could either take it to court or let it be. The people who made the claim are your judge, jury, and executioner, and they are not always individuals who have legitimate reason to actually copyright claim that other than having just simple greed. And what happens when they decide, oh, okay, they have lost the claim, it is not really theirs, we're going to return power to yours, It is your video now. Everything in it is now yours until further notice. What happens to the people that made that false claim? Nothing. Nothing happens to them whatsoever. They aren't punished. There's no repercussions. They don't have to pay any fines. They don't have to go through any like legal situations. Nope. Nothing happens. These things I've mentioned are just things off the top of my head. I'm not even thinking right now. You want to hear what's in my head right now? Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Nothing. These are problems that are on the platform that I just thought of off the top of my head without even thinking. They're not transparent with their content creators. They don't protect their content creators from greedy corporates who just want to try and scam them for a quick buck without even having any sort of repercussions if they're proven to be like not legitimate claims. I haven't really ever been a person to just talk about an issue without trying to solve it, even just giving my input about it if I'm a part of it. And so since I'm making this video, here's my opinion and input of what they could probably do to fix this. Well, not fix this, but to at least become a little better at it. First things first, be more transparent with your content creators. We've heard about the issues with demonetization, and we're really sorry about all these things that are happening. We're trying to work on our algorithm to help it distinguish what is actually okay to be demonetized and what is not okay to be demonetized. Or even addressing the whole false copyright claims issue would be a giant step in the right direction. Heck, they own the platform. They could put out important update videos or important, news or whatever videos that are going to be regarding important things for the channel. And if they do this, they could eventually lead to talking directly to the advertisers. The whole anti-Semitic thing that happened with PewDiePie that grew way out of proportion from something being taken out of context. Yeah, YouTube really should have stepped in and said, our website is not full of anti-Semitics. You don't have to worry about your product being advertised and associated with anti-Semitic channels or people. Or if they wanted to, and this is a big if they wanted to actually kind of give some advice to these companies, they could say what you could do is that you could hire people to work at your companies that look through YouTube channels, look through these online social media platforms, and judge and gauge what ones would be good to advertise on and what ones wouldn't be good to advertise on, allowing the companies the power to choose who they would give their ad revenue to and who they would decide, yeah, I'm gonna give my ad revenue to this YouTube channel because I feel like it associates a lot with what we believe in and associates itself alongside a lot of positive and good traits. Well, I'm not going to associate with this YouTube channel because the last thing people want to think about when they're eating a Hershey bar is a YouTube channel that's talking about poop. I think that's a fair enough thing to do. Instead of allowing these companies to force the responsibility on a massive website that has billions upon billions of hours uploaded each every year to it, give them the ability and the option to kind of figure out and choose what kind of channels they want to advertise alongside and kind of see what channels their products are being advertised alongside and see if they are somebody who they want to associate with themselves. Now, this isn't a perfect fix. It will lead to some companies favoring some content creators over others. And it may be a little bit of a mini adpocalypse itself, but heck, it's a lot better than what we've been dealing with for the past few years. You've got to admit that. At least then, these companies would be making an active choice in deciding who they want to advertise alongside and who they feel comfortable associating with, knowing that at the very least, they chose the person individual. And if they don't like it, well, then they can know, hey, we chose them, we made a bad mistake, we'll go in and switch it up and change to a different person. Give them the responsibility that they kind of deserve to have over deciding who they want to advertise along, or just some sort of, I don't know, some sort of tab system, like they could advertise along people who upload game videos or gaming channels, or specifically beauty channels or food review channels, things like that. It's just a step in the right direction, and it's just something I think would be really beneficial to everybody in the whole general ecosystem of the internet. As for the being whole transparent thing, I feel like YouTube really needs to be more clear about what they mean by things. They need to be more clear about how they're going to treat their content creators. They need to be able to stick up for them. I mean, we saw with YouTube Rewind in the beginning of this year that they are not really standing by their creators. In fact, they're just trying to appease the advertisers to show them, hey, we're cool, we're family friendly, we're good with everybody, there's no problems here. All they pretty much did was try and push, hey, we did a lot of good things for the community, we did a lot of good things for the internet, we're really family friendly, we're really good, and you should definitely try to advertise on us, because you know we got some good stuff going on here. while just kind of trying to sweep everything under the rug and just not really thinking about the YouTube content creator anymore. It just doesn't feel like there's heart in it anymore. Frankly, I know I'm not the only one that's feeling this opinion. I know a lot of people are feeling the same way and thinking a lot of the same things I am too. I just hope that something, for the love of God, anything could happen that can change any of this. Maybe something or anything I said while I was blacked out for 20 minutes and just talking by the seat of my pants will get through to the higher ups eventually, and they'll see this and go, my gosh, why didn't we think of this before? We need to let them know we're not anti-Semitic. Anyways, I should really stop now. I've been recording for almost an hour, and this is probably just gonna end up being a 10-minute video. Thank you all very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video or the content within, feel free to leave a like, but more importantly, it doesn't really bother me if you don't subscribe. Share this around. I want to get as many people's opinion as I possibly can. I want to try and see what's on just anyone's mind about this whole subject matter, because this is something that happened recently, and I don't really think as many people know about it as they should. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what everybody thinks, so please make sure you leave a comment down below about your thoughts and opinions about this whole situation. What should really be done? What should they really be doing right now instead of focusing on this? Or do you think that this has turned into such a big issue and annoyance that people are focusing too much on it and they just need to let it go, that YouTube numbers are numbers and just don't care about numbers? But whatever you do, please be respectful. Thank you all very much for watching. Really do appreciate it. And as always, I am Pumpsquatch. Goodbye.